triple Deucians. I did this like 5-6 months ago, but I forgot where I put it. I had it on YouTube, but I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, this is my best recollection of how Sergeant Wallace, Ranger Wally, and Staff Sergeant at the time, Staff Sergeant Donato Sanaseri, this is how they used to sound, at least to me. Okay, so here goes. We'll start with Ranger Wally. Okay, he'd always be bumming cigarettes, man, but it was cool because he was Ranger Wally. So it was like it was cool for us to give a cigarette, so we didn't care. But he had a very unique, that accent, that Boston accent, he'd call me, hey Smitty, or hey Soul, hey Coxwell, Smitty, hey. And then he would always ask for whatever brand you had, which is really cool. So he personalized it. He was like, hey, oh yeah, we'll do Scott. I see Scott is on the list there, triple list. Hey Scott, you got a new boy. Scott, you got a new boy. Hey Smitty, you got a model? Stop it. Go ahead. Hey Smitty, you got a model? Yeah? Smitty, you got a model? I remember one time, I was really excited about something, and I can't remember what it was, and I rushed up to tell him something like really cool that happened. And he'd be like, he was like really cool. He'd be like, what are you going to do, Smitty? You're going to jump up and down and shit box? You're going to spin on my head and spit wooden nickels? Spin on my head and spit wooden nickels. That, I will never forget that. That was, you're going to spin on my head and spit wooden nickels? And one time, it was after our group of guys from Fort Benning got there. It was in July, August of '89, and I guess our first piss test had come up. It was like about 2 or 3 months, somewhere in there, and it's at Old Post, right, in the old barracks. And Ranger Wally was a big, he was, we were in line, and he had the list, and of course, I wait in line, I get up there, and I really got to go, but I can't, so what I got to do? Got to go back, back in the line, do some jumping jacks, some push-ups, Anyway, I do all that, everybody goes, and I come back up, and I'm just ready to go. And he goes, hey, Smitty, you ready to piss him? And I'm like, oh, yeah, Sarge. Sarge. You know what a fucking Sarge is? Sarge is a fucking bottom feeder. What's your fucking push? Huh? Beat your face. And I did, too. It was great. What was it? Oh, yeah. And I also, one time, stupid me, I called him man. He's like, hey, what you doing? Oh, yeah, man. Man? What am I, your fucking buddy? We're going to go out and have a beer? Beat your face. I don't know who could top it. That or, Staff Sergeant Donato Sanaseri, Brooklyn, New York. But like this, he come up to you and be like, hey, Gentile. I'm just going to pick on Gentile since he's on there. Hey, Gentile, I got your number, Gentile. I got your number. Your number 0. 0, Gentile. I got your number. Hey, I'm from Missouri. You got to show me. And what's really cool is Ranger Santa, he lives down here in Texas. He lives just a few hours away from me. And I used to go down there somewhat often a couple of years ago, and I just got lazy. You know how when somebody that's supposed to live on the other side of the world, but lucky you, they live right there, so you never go see them. It's kind of like people flying from all over the United States to go to Six Flags here, but I'm 5 miles from it. I haven't been in 20 years, okay? But I really miss going out there, so I'm gonna have to go down there and mooch off them again. Because Delia is just a fucking awesome cook, and Ranger Santa's just got the most fun set of guns, man. And by the way, there's something really hilarious happening. I don't know if you can see this crescent moon-shaped scar right here. I got this about 3 years ago. I was at Ranger Santa's place down in Austin, and I'd never shot a 308. Okay, I've shot all kinds of weapons before, but I never shot a 308. And he had a scope on it, but I wanted to be cool and use the iron mounted sights that were on it. I wanted to be cool. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was holding it like an M16, way the fuck up close, right? But I didn't get scope on it, okay? Because remember, I'm lower. I'm going by the mounted ones. I got scope forehead. Pow! And man, it split open. I mean, you can see bone, okay? But am I going to the hospital? You're out of your fucking mind. Am I going to the hospital? Hell no. got some 100-mile-an-hour tape, fucking drove on, man. But God, man, I'll never been hit so hard. But that's where I got that scar. But anyway, yeah, that's my range of Wally. You know, I'm from Boston, Mass. I'm Irish. You know, I'm not Irish. He's Irish. Well, I got a little Irish, but he's like a lot of Irish. Okay, you know. Anyway, and yeah, I haven't heard the spoken language of the Wally in a couple of decades, and that's what I've retained after all these years. So correct me if I'm wrong. You know, tell me if he doesn't do that. Be like, yo, hey, Smitty, you got a new what? Hey, Maggot. This guy, it's in Maggard, but you know, with the Boston accent, it was Maggot. Hey, Maggot. Hey, you got my bro? Hey, you know, sure. But anyway, besides all the fun stuff, actually, it's all fond memories. And believe it or not, some of you guys be surprised. You know, as some of you may remember, I was politely asked to leave the Army back then in '91. Too many Article 15s, you know what happens. But after 9/11, I backdoored my way in through the National Guard and went to Iraq. That was whatever. But the cool thing is that I didn't know. I had no idea this was possible. But my little rudimentary training in the National Guard didn't prep me for Iraq. It was those beatings I took at 10th Mountain that did. And if you don't think that it'll all come rushing back to you, and I mean quickly, after a decade, after 15 years, after 20 years, you are sorely mistaken. It is in your DNA now, okay? And what's funny is you can't train for it, so just don't even bother. What I mean is if you ever find yourself in that kind of a situation, there is no, you already trained for it. It's done, okay? It'll come back to you. You will run faster than you've ever run in your life, I promise you, okay? You'll move, you know, very fast, you know, as a 30, 40, 45, 50, 60-year-old, something or other. You will move very, very fast, and it'll all come back to you. So, and it did. So the only really, really good things, I had a really good platoon I was in, good guys, great guys, but thank God they were on the same wavelength, you know, and in much better shape at the time. And a couple of them, 10th Mountain, a little later on, they weren't from the old school. Of course, I'm not from the old school. Some of you guys are in that group in 89, 99, 91, 92. But these other guys from 10th Mountain, later on in the late 90s and stuff, still, you know, really good. So we were on the same wavelength. And anyway, worked out okay. So anyway, so every push-up, every degrading push-up you ever did, or alligator walk, or whatever they had you do, or believe me, it actually makes a difference today. I mean, it may not make you the best, a rope climber for your son trying to show off, but that's just trying to show off, okay? I mean, when somebody's got a fire up your ass, you're going to go right up, just like you did 20 years ago. So I promise you that. It doesn't matter what shape you're in. So anyway, so that stuff paid off, all right? And it also gave me a lot of good memories. So anyway, signing out. Hoo-ah!